Glad, glad, glad to be Gladys. Whoa, yeah.
Gladys Goes It Alone, Chapter 1, Against All Advice. Hello, this is Natasha, and I'm here with some big celebrity news. Gladys, the heroine of our story about a girl band, is back! And she's recorded 5 new songs, which we shall hear in this series about her dream to become a pop singer in her own right. Wow! If you like music, you're simply going to love this story. It's been quite a few years since we gave you the Gladys and the Chicks series, so let's have a little catch up. Our Gladys grew up in Teddington, which is a town on the Thames just outside London. Her older sisters, Mandy, Laura and Sam, formed the girl band The Chicks, which had a string of hits before breaking up last year. The lead singer of The Chicks, Laura, is enjoying a successful solo career and now lives in Los Angeles. Although Gladys was never in the band because she was too young, she wrote their early songs before they were famous. Gladys is 16 and has just finished her school exams called GCSEs. Everyone expects her to go into the 6th form and then to a top university. So, now you know everything you need to know about Gladys and the Chicks.
You've had your sugar, you've had your spice. Now you're looking for something nice.
Were you one of the people who cried when the news came out about your favourite girl band breaking up? No, of course you weren't. You're not a big softie like that. But it was kind of sad. Quite a few fans blame Laura. They say she was only ambitious for her own glory. But the truth is that Mandy and Sam did not want to carry on with the constant touring, the responsibility to the fans, the press tittle-tattle, and the trending hashtags. They weren't even that good at singing and dancing. Laura was the one with the looks, the voice, and the talent. Let her get on with being famous, they said. But what about Gladys? She still lived at home in Teddington with Dad. One Friday toward the end of May, she stood in front of the hall mirror. She was about to head up to town to have a TV dinner with Mandy and Sam in Clapham. Hey-ho, I'll always be the little sis of the family, she thought to herself. But I'm not a child anymore. Nobody can tell me what to do with my life. She applied a dash of bright red lippy and blew a kiss at her reflection. Is my face pretty? She thought. Well, yes, pretty ordinary, actually. But don't be fooled, world. That's only the way I look. Later she sat on the train as it trundled past Berrylands, fragrant from the sewage farm that stood by the side of the tracks. Then Wimbledon, famous for the Wombles and tennis. Next, Rains Park and the big Victorian undertaker's shop that filled the view from the train window. And eventually to Clapham Junction, where a sign boasts that it is Britain's busiest railway station. She walked through the passenger tunnel and onto the hilly high street lit by headlights and shop windows, and buzzing with Londoners heading out for Friday evening. Her sister's flat was a few streets away. It took up 2 floors of a white-fronted old house. They had a garden at the back, but the evening wasn't quite nice enough to sit outside. So, how did your exam go? Asked Mandy as she cut the cellophane off the Vulcan veggie pizza and turned the oven to 200 centigrade. Don't ask silly questions, said Sam. If she didn't get straight A's, then her name's not Gladys Cooper. Gladys thought quietly to herself. Well, it isn't any more because I'm changing my name. I'll find out in August, she said modestly. Most people would have been surprised if she had got anything less than A for everything. But she wasn't quite sure about her chemistry. Are you looking forward to being a big girl in the 6th form? Asked Mandy. No, said Gladys. What do you mean, no? It's far more fun in the sixth form. School stops being like a prison. You can hang around in the common room and you can go out at lunchtime. The teachers call you by your first name. There'll be more parties. You'll meet more boys, older ones, not just the drips in your class. I mean, said Gladys, that I'm not going into the sixth form. I'm leaving school. She had just dropped a bombshell, but it hadn't quite exploded yet. Like straight to Oxbridge University, said Sam. Oh, Gladys, you always were the smartest. But that wasn't what Gladys meant. Her mouth was a little dry. She felt stressed saying this. It sounded a little brittle. Not to any university or school. That's it. I'm done with exams. Now she had dropped it, good and proper. The bomb had gone off. Both her sisters were trying hard not to look shell-shocked. So what are you going to do? Asked Mandy. Sing, said Gladys. Her cheeks went hot. However, resolutely she spat out the word. It sounded reckless and silly. She knew what they were going to say next. They were going to say, "You're throwing your life chances away. You don't want to sing. Singing is a tough business. Take it from us. We know. We've been there, done that. You're far too smart. Get your exams first and then decide what you want to do." Actually, Sam and Mandy were so astonished that neither of them said anything for a while. In a way, their combined silence was more terrible than if they had actually started giving her the benefit of their elder sister's wisdom. Mandy chopped some extra mushrooms to cut on the pizza. Sam set out the kitchen table with napkins and candles and chose some progressive rock for the music system. Then the flack began to fly. "You don't want to sing, really, do you?" said Mandy. "Yeah, Gladys, you're throwing your life chances away. You're far too clever to do a thing like that," chipped in Sam. "But truly, all I want to do is sing," pleaded Gladys. Her precise premonition of what they would say had not helped her dream up any sassy and convincing replies. She had already told her teacher about her decision, and that had been an even more uncomfortable interview. She had felt the weight of her mentor's disappointment pressing down on her. Her father had been easier. He had said, "Are you sure, Gladys? Then, well, you're a smart lass. Do what you think is best." That was the sum of his parental guidance and support. Well, he was busy at the time, sorting out his old vinyl record collection. But Mandy sounded far more like her teacher had done. "Get your exams done first, and then decide what you want to do. That's my advice," she said, not mentioning that she herself had only lasted a year in the sixth form before being checked out. That school didn't like lazy failures in exams, so they got rid of them before they had a chance to mess up their statistics. Gladys knew that if she followed the path everyone expected her to take, through the sixth form at school and then university, she would be 22 years old before she got started in life. And that was so grown up that it was ancient. You can never be too young to make it in music. Maturity and wisdom are weights around your neck in the stormy waters of pop. "I can see why you might feel envious," said Sam. "Your big sisters swan around the world enjoying fame and fortune while you stay at home with Dad and his motorcycle. But look, neither Mandy nor I ever got that famous or that fortunate or that rich. We did all that work, and now all we can afford is this little flat in Clapham. That's it. Laura's the one who's had all the attention because she's got long legs and a big mouth, and you can't ignore her. But you're not like that, Gladys. You're, well, clever and nice and a bit shy. I can't see you out there on the circuit night after night, plastering your stage makeup on in the dressing room, squeezing into outrageous outfits and prancing around with a radio microphone strapped to your head like you were some sort of alien. It's just not you, Gladys." How do I know? Said Gladys, feeling upset and wishing she could keep her cool. I haven't tried yet. Sam pressed her phone and changed the music on the sound system. Oh, not that, exclaimed Mandy, as the first few bars of Laura's latest single began to play. Their sister's voice rapped out. I'm your queen, you love me mean. I'm the cruelest lover you've ever seen. Gladys hated those words. She reckoned the record company had given them to Laura to harden her image. Sam was actually twerking, pointing her rear end at Gladys. Come on, Glad, she said. I thought you wanted to do this. In her time with the chicks, Sam had a personal dance instructor and she had learned some slick steps. Still, wriggling one's bum, however skillfully done, never looks that dignified. Gladys had never been that comfortable dancing just normally. She remained seated in her chair. She sat there thinking, they don't believe I can make my way to the top. But I will do it because I want to do it. And when I do something, I set about doing it properly. And nobody or nothing can stop me. She caught the last train back to Teddington. It was full of office workers who had hit the pub at 6 p.m. and were now slumped on their seats and in danger of sleeping past their stops. Some of them were plugged into headphones with the bass thumping louder than the clackety-clack of the train. Are these the people who will download my songs? Thought Gladys. Will they have my voice playing in their heads? If this was a year from now, and if that guy sitting opposite opened his eyes, would he see me and know that I'm Gladys? Would he know my songs, my words, and my feelings that I had sung about, even though I wouldn't know anything about him? Is that what it means to be famous? To be known, but not to know those who know you? Perhaps he might even fancy me, even though he had never met me. Wouldn't that be funny? When she got home, she sat cross-legged on the bed and strummed her guitar. She found it soothing. She was more of a pianist, really, and was just learning a few chords. But she felt that a singer-songwriter should be able to play the guitar, because it looked kind of clever and independent and cute. She sang, all I wanna do is sing. And a few minutes later, she reached over to the table for a pencil and paper and scribbled down some words and some song chords. Yes, she, Gladys, was going to stand up in front of the world and sing. And that was the first chapter in our new musical series, Gladys Goes It Alone. It was written by Bertie and read by me, Natasha. If you love Gladys and want us to do more music, you can buy her songs on iTunes and Amazon. Her album is called In Real Life by Gladys Jones. Support Storynory and enjoy her music. The next chapter in Gladys Goes It Alone is called All I Want to Do Is Sing. Drop by and listen to it for free at storynory.com. From me, Natasha, bye-bye.